red gaze roams alone tonight, swinging his blade through the cold black light. Thousands of uppercuts alert in his sights. For the Limbus goal, he'll fight the fight. Metal giants rise in the red haze. The capsule swarm in death's embrace. Blood and thunder fill the maddened maze. Crimson fury and relentless chase. Virgilius stands no mercy in his heart. Tearing through the dark, split the world apart. Echoes of the screams rise from the abyss. Feel the power of his iron fist. Virgilius stands no mercy in his heart. Tearing through the dark, split the world apart. Echoes of the screams rise from the abyss. Feel the power of his iron fist. From the ashes down, the battle rages on. Virgilius eyes burn with the fire never gone. The dawn will come, witnessing the fall. For the Limbus company to conquer all. In the shadows cold, the demons cower. Every slain the testament line.
We read today again.
Tides of darkness closing in fast. Virgilius the red gaze makes his stand at last. No retreat, no surrender, death.
Welcome, Heathcliff. Hatsune Heathcliff, welcome. Welcome, Hod. Arrived I am, indeed you have. You feel like shite? I think me and Netzak had too much encephaly. You gotta have to drink something to put it all out. You have to poop that, all of that. Get in, we can fix everything. In the coffin, Hod. In the coffin, everything shall be fixed. Everything shall be fixed. Fixed. I'm bored. Daily reminder to tell manager to turn off echo. Thank you, Heathcliff. This time I remembered. I was turning it down and I looked up and I saw your message. This time I remembered. But thank you. Please also always remind me. Always remind me of doing that. Now, Hod, what you've been doing? What are you doing? You're doing some dergs? You shouldn't be doing dergs, Hod. I told you to not drink that. Why? How could you? I told you to stop. All right. It's too addictive. Indeed. That is exactly why I told you to never use it. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Hello Blue Goose, welcome back. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Today was a kind of a busy day, but a slow day at the same time. Client made me do a lot of work and he never showed up. Oh well, it is what it be. But I'm doing pretty good. How about you, my man? Doing pretty good? How is your day going or ending? Doing well? Very nice. Very nice. Lost a 50-50 in ZZZ earlier today. Gonna clear all myself. Why? That's literally what you get for playing a Hoyo trash game. What are you talking about? This is literally what you get for playing a Hoyo trash game. You lose your 50-50. It's either I'm sick or it's encephalon. Maybe it's both. Maybe, just maybe, it's both. And don't you do like Stephanie and not drink tea hard. And I'm talking about medicine tea, not just, oh, I have this flower taste tea that I drink. No, 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 no. I'm talking about medicine tea. Things that are bitter and it's gonna heal you. They let me win the Archean 50-50 and lost the other. So close to having the shards to get the new Heath ID and to uptype for it. Nice. Very nice. Excited for tomorrow? Wait. Oh, tomorrow is tomorrow we have new mirror dungeon. That's right. I mean, for me it's in 2 days actually. But yeah, for you guys it's tomorrow. Heath ego, I mean brain tired. Oh, the clockwork one. Isn't it on the 28th? Yeah, it's on the 28th. Cannot wait for MD5. Oh yeah. I might skip reading because it might be a reading day, but I might skip reading on that day for us to play Mirror Dungeon 5. New MD and Cinclair ID and Heath Ego. Oh yeah. I'm not really that excited for the things, the new things, but the Heathcliff Ego is gonna be really really cool. Anyways, finally got all the exam done. Nice. That is something other than the same math equation for 5 days. Finally. 28th is if in Korean time and 27th if in like America. It's usually the next day for me anyways. So because for them it's it says 20 it's not 27, it's going to be the 28th. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is update time. 110 boxes already is insane. Think about sharding something like Ahab Mail or Kim Salt. Ahab Mael is a good option. I don't know if Kim Salt need to be uptype for. I don't know because I don't have him. In America is like nighttime-ish. Yeah, I know because it is nighttime for me. It's around 10 p.m. for me. So reset time for me is at 6 p.m. So 1 hour ago, and then update time is 10 p.m. for me. Pretty sure Honkai's patch will also be in this week. Gonna be grind for the Friday and Saturday. Ooh, I mean you're used to it. You work in the mines after all. I have all IDs and ego collected and uptight 4. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. You have everything. Plogus is the guy that is maintaining the game basically. He's paying all the bills directly. He's paying all the bills. Also, thank you Plogus for keeping the game alive. What was the level on your battle pass last time, Plogus? It was like 1800. What was the level? You said the level once. No, it was more than 1800. 1800 was like me. No, it was 2000. I mean, I have Pequod Iseng, but the only boy love I have is Outies. Damn. Yeah, that's right. It was 1765. It was a lot. Currently at BP level 375. I should be higher. I think I'm like 100 or something like that. I should be higher, but I'm barely playing the game. I'm forcing myself to play the game now. So that's why I'm like, one day I'm doing mirror dungeon runs, and the other one because I can't do multiple runs in one go. It takes me like 2 hours to play one. I either want to shard Ringsang, Ahab Mile, or Wild Hunt. Wild Hunt. You're like a 68 each. 68 each of them. Logos is for real Kim Jong's biggest fan. He's his cousin for sure. It's his cousin. I did cripple my grind power due to the spending 250 modules on the new EXP on week 2 of season 5. Oh yeah, it's understandable. I had to spend to burn a couple of my modules on the shard and on the level up because I need the tickets to level up the creatures. Otherwise, it will be all for naught. 68 BP level? You're not playing the game, Hod. Even I got to 100 plus already. You have come to say one singular word? You failed already, Mark. You failed already. Because you didn't said one singular word. You said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. I just ate mac and cheese out of my pants pocket. Damn. Mark, you are a disappointment? Yes. Absolutely. And if I do dailies in Limbus, and yet I do the weekly mode in Honkai Star Rail daily. Huh? You do the weekly mode daily. How does that work? If you do your dailies and do one mirror dungeon, you get 34 level per week. Yes. 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 I'm thinking on going back to do the dailies every day. I do the dailies every day, and then I do one mirror run dungeon every now and then. And that alone is what? 4 boxes? 4 boxes. When I do one mirror dungeon and one daily. Because the dailies are one level of battle pass. So it's 1 box. And the mirror dungeon is 3 boxes. I make jokes about our Yumeniki or the event that happened in 2001 in New York. Huh? What event? And the jokes about 2001 are not funny? The hell is that about? It's all, hey, it's dominoes. They hit the Pentagon. Huh? Oh, you're talking about the you're talking about the planes. I mean, depending on the jokes, they're pretty funny, Hod. Depending on the jokes. It's like that anime girl that says, "It's an American joke." And yeah, American joke desu. At my peak, I can earn about 181 levels per week. I remember Carmen made a calculation that you can get, if you buy the battle pass, you can get 1 3-star per week. You have to do 3 mirror dungeons per day. If you do 3 mirror dungeons per day plus the weekly, every week you can buy 1 3-star. Because you get around 200 and something boxes per week. I can't do that. I don't have the time. So I have to do either one daily and one mirror dungeon, or I don't do anything at all. So tonight, after stream, I'm gonna do one mirror dungeon. I'm not gonna do one mirror dungeon. I'm gonna do the dailies. Because the 7 mirror dungeons run a day, 10 on weekly reset day. Takes me like 30 minutes for normal and 1 hour for hard. Oh, that's why. It takes me 2 hours to do normal. So when that's the problem, the biggest problem. It takes me 2 hours to finish the normal one. It's gonna be it's gonna be even more complicated now because it's gonna be longer. So this is this and that is that. I do the weekly mode for my big number neuron reaction. Understandable. Understandable. Longer fights but shorter floors. Yeah. But how will that translate on time? Right? That's the thing that we need to know. You, Plogus, you're gonna be the parameter. Because since you have everything maxed out, you're gonna be able to make it on the fastest time. So you are gonna tell me if it changed or not, right? So if your runs is still 30 minutes, the normal runs for you are still 30 minutes. They didn't change anything. And the good thing about Honkai's weekly mode is Archeon can skip most basic encounters, cutting playtime in half. You mean that she's so strong that she just wins? How does that work? The thing is that, now, if the normal fight takes you less time, even though it's longer fights but shorter floors, so let's say it takes you 15 minutes, 20 minutes, ooh, now that's different. Also, I won't be able to tell due to my poor memory, inability to pay attention, and I could be guessing my times wrong. Don't worry. I'll still take the data because I'm gonna make the calculations on my end. So we're gonna have the both parameters. We're gonna have the data from you who has everything maxed out, and the data from me who basically have nothing. And then we can just see if it how does it work for both of us. She has an ability to insta-kill basic enemy and still gets the full reward. Ooh, interesting. That is interesting. Fuck Ricardo's hair coupon. He gave me false hope. I mean, his hair salon is a little bit on the lower side. Is not fashionable enough. I also believe for the fastest time would be that person who got 600 BP levels in week 1. And kind of. That just means that the guy doesn't have anything in his life. Like, come on. My estimate is that they do like 15 minutes per clear. Exactly. Yeah. So 15 minutes, I don't know, man. 30 minutes is a time that I'm like, okay, it's comfortable. We can do it. So speaking in Limbus terms, MT's normal fight mode, but skips it and get reward. Nice. Do you grind Excavation 2 or 4? 4. 2 times my time, 50%. 15 minutes, man. Brain not braining, yeah. Yeah, it's 50% your time, yeah. But still, 15 minutes, man. The PC of the guy must be a NASA PC, so he doesn't have much in between a loading screen. So he manages to cut the loading screen somehow. So we have to remove that. He doesn't need to think too much about the choices that he makes. He knows the choices that he is gonna make. He doesn't think too much, or because he already knows the choices that he gonna make. And he doesn't change teams. So he just goes on and 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 on. You know, so Honkai Star Rail basic encounter is much more rewarding. Essentially, one eco gift per normal encounter. That is interesting. I'm still not gonna play that game, Heathcliff. I'm still not gonna play the China game. I need to grind the EXP because I'm on the dungeon, but my IDs are under leveled. Yes. Yes. You better grind a little bit of the EXP. It is necessary. Just put an electrical fork and an electrical socket. What the hell is an electrical fork? Is it some kind of Hoktua or something? I don't know. I also think they use the burn strat that basically want to turn everything. Oh, there you go. See? So they used one team only, and they used a cheese. Okay. I can see that. I can see that happening, yeah. And that actually makes some sense. It would work. It would be like the time would be effectively that, yeah. Crispy breast and glimpsy of flame become Oppenheimer. 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 Mark's now confirmed to be infected by Gen Z brain rot. Of course he is, because he is Gen Z. He's a kid, didn't you know? Hero King, you just realized, Mark, you are not a prime soul. Damn. Damn. Wait, I should be reading the story. And here I am, just talking to you guys. Marks a secondary body? For what? You don't watch the Talk to Wa podcast? Who watches that shit? Who watches it? Why? Who watches it and why? Why would you ever? Don't do that to yourself. You don't watch it because you do? Nice. Prime soul, secondary body, that's the joke. Huh? The joke is literally an airplane flying above my head now, Heathcliff. It is literally an airplane just flying all the way like 500,000 kilometers up and above my head. Why is Ryosha doing a melee attack from like 5 meters away? Because that's what she does? Huh? Are you questioning her abilities and her skills, Hod? Guess I need to work on my humors. You need a physician to take care of your humors? That was a good one. That was a good one. A good old people joke from old times. His brain has no wrinkles, so the joke slipped off his mind. True. It's smooth. I just stepped on a nail and broke my back. Huh? Why? Why? Oh, jokes is so much better than Gen Z joke. Damn. Because Gen Z is the joke. Ha! Got him. Got him. Very well gotten. Damn, Mark. Have you tried fluid sacket? Damn. He tried nutting on it. Sigma mules, skippity slicers. Huh? Alright, let me focus here for a second. Last we left off in Leviathan, our dear Garnet was facing with a betrayal of one of his friends. As the sound of rifts echoed through the laboratory, the children inside the machines began to spit out unintelligible things, screams and painful wails. Stop! Please! I don't want to see. I'm looking into myself. I could understand what that last utterance meant. It was evident with the myriad of scenes that have unfolded in a flash moment before my eyes. At the center of them, all was my back. It was quite strange looking at countless versions of myself from behind, though it wasn't terror I felt. The sight was rather tranquil, in fact. Perhaps a more apt way to put it would be that I was unsure of what emotion to feel. Then all the visions twist, flip, split, and waver until everything begins to overlap. My multitudes occupying or being placed in the space turn around to look at me. My eyes meet one of the dozens, hundreds, thousands of my other selves. It might be his that met mine. And at that moment's notice, the sceneries fade away, as though claimed by a bottomless chasm. I vanished into the tremor. He got self-tremor. I forgot to use Wild Hunt support. Damn. Hog neglected me? Damn. Yes, she did. I mean, he did. You keep forgetting? How could you, Hod? How could you forget Heathcliff of all people? Mark doesn't understand Fluid Sack. He doesn't play Limbus Company. Timothy is making me fish for nothing. The lag while running Limbus and Roblox. Why are you running to get Hod? Why are you destroying your game? Your PC. Your PC is dying now. My brain's smooth, Earl King? Yes. Vergold? Oh yeah, 127%. Also welcome, Solomon. Solomon Aranguren. Aranguren! Welcome. My dumbass saw level 530 Big Brother and still didn't know what was awaiting me. The lag of running Google Chrome? Yes. My PC is like thinking about screaming at me right now just because I'm running Google Chrome. I was on my knees, wailing in the midst of heavy rain. The storm in my heart raged with such fury that a downpour couldn't compare, and my despair grows grimy and sodden in the rain. Why am I crying out there? I was a member of the streetlight office, an unremarkable one with an impressive pay and lack of fame. In other words, it was a job I had no reason to be attached to. Then one day we were invited to a place called the library, and lost lapis there while I survived. 22.5 hours to weekly reset, 26.5 hours to update starts, 28.5 hours till update ends. You mean right now? 28 hours from now? Let's make the calculations. Okay. 28 hours from now. Will be yeah, it will be a night. It will be Wednesday night. So, yep. Only on Thursday I'll be able to check the new mirror dungeon. My PC is nuking itself, so I close Limbus or Roblox? Roblox. Just uninstall Roblox hard. Just do that. Your PC will thank you later. I love how damage values differ from gacha games. Like in Limbus, 4-digit is big number. In Honkai Star Rail, you better get 6+ digit. True. I have to say that damage digit, inflation is something bad. It's something really bad. There is a gacha. I call it a gacha, but it's, the game doesn't even update anymore. But it still exists. It's out there and you can still play it. It's called Battle Souls. Big number is like 12. That is a crit. 12, 17. If you do 20 damage, whee! That is a lot of damage. 20. Can you imagine that? You basically one-shot an enemy with 20 damage. Basically. The pressure to hit over 6 mil with my Archeron or my family will cast me away from the rice farm. Yeah, they're gonna kick you down to the coal mines. They're gonna make you play World of Warcraft, Heathcliff, to pay your dues. Now, what the hell? You're gonna farm gold in World of Warcraft? You gotta farm the gold. Go to the gold mines now. No, actual good games. Damn. Imagine, Heathcliff. Imagine. Who told you that World of Warcraft is a good game, though? Who told you that lie? WoW is not a good game, no. We left you behind as you became part of the library's collection. You stupid idiot! Why? Look, guys, it's the scene from The Office. I hoped that it wasn't Lapis who'd replaced the cake in the fridge. Damn. 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 Wait a second, it's not a good game? No. Matagan Pore! Welcome, Exercito? Exercito. Welcome. Sad boy. Oh yeah. This was a good scene on Library of Ruina. This was a really good scene. I liked it. I like the drama in there. I remember that one time on a rainy day like this one, I got into a fight with Lapis over something small. I was so heated by her mocking tone, I was on the verge of raising my fist. But when I smeared down a little, I noticed that she was holding an umbrella over my head as she kept replying to my grumbles in the same sassy tone. The streetlight always stands solemnly, shining down in the dark, letting it gently illuminate the lurching waves of my heart, would often help me calm down. That made my wish to be like you, shining ever more brightly in the dark. Probably actual good game I still play nowadays is Elden Ring and Terraria. I have never played Terraria, but I do have the space version of it. It's Starbound. I do have Starbound. I like Starbound. I have never played Elden Ring because I can't play it. Doesn't run on my PC. Only thing is, I don't have $10. Damn. You have $0, wasted it all on encaffling. That's why you're sick. That's exactly why you're sick. Behave well, and Santa's gonna break into relocking logic and steal a copy of you for you. Damn. I have to get Laps's book from the library. That's that's what I can do for. For a while, I poured out feelings I couldn't quite describe in the rain, and the light shining down on me gradually dimmed before eventually fizzling out. My surroundings blur again like raindrops running along a window. The me in the scenery casts his gaze upon me to meet my eyes. I don't try to avoid my glare. Director, how could this even be considered tolerable? The outcry of someone breathing heavily from uncontained emotions reached my ears. Does behave well mean no Ekephilin and Sesbian legs? Yes. Although, unfortunately, you already did a lot. So, you're already off the list, Hod. That's what you get. As I looked around upon hearing the unfamiliar title, a desk piled high with papers caught my eye. I felt it was a rather friendly sight, and with that, the feeling of unfamiliarity dissolved like spume. I take a deep breath. My men are too easily upset at this immediate injustice, too eager to argue against it with logic. At such small things, at such insignificant things, the southern branch of the Shi Association was rotten to the core. I aim to exorcise each and every trace of the corruption taking hold of this organization. But I still had work to do. Though I haven't had proper sleep for 10 days, this was not yet the time for rest. I could only say this. I want you to suppress your feelings and remind yourself money, fame, and power rule over this world. Huh? What? I thought about the fixers of partnered offices whom I heard were all killed off. The Section 3 director had summoned me one day to demand straight away that I report what I'm up to. When I replied that I plan to fix what it's broken. They pulled out a pack of cigarettes and burned through it in one sitting. Why that person decided to help me with the case was beyond me. They swore they'd retire next year too. As a matter of fact, we might face annihilation ourselves if we're not careful. Or worse, we might already be on our way down. I wonder what look will be on Thelma's face when he hears of Section 4's demise. It was my job to hearten up my subordinates and assure them that we are almost through the crisis. I should tell them with an unwavering confidence. However, being confident and having to be confident were two different matters. I had to ensure that everything I did wasn't a fool's errand. I must see to it that this is not to be a dead end for my men. Wait a second. Huh. Wait a second. Huh. Okay. New Honkai story is about brain rot. Can't believe they added Mark to the game. They did. Of course they did. Why are you following Honkai story of all things? Honkai story is the most garbage story of all of them. It's the worst of it all. At least we get to kill Mark in the plot. Damn. Don't play hard. It's still a bad game. Heathcliff is trying to corrupt you to the CCP. I mean, Honkai Star is better than whatever ZZZ is smoking. True. To ease this troubled mind, I turned to look out the window. Then a gust of wind blew outside, turning the world upside down once more. My eyes met another's. My brain says vroom vroom. Oh yeah. Vroom vroom. I'm making mac and cheese and nobody can stop me. Share the picture, Flair. Also, welcome, Flair. Make people drool over your food, Flair. The broiling heat wakes me up at dawn. The weak breeze produced by my decrepit fan does little to dry off the beads of sweat trickling down my back. I had to be up by 6 in the morning anyway. I got a decent post at the local library, and I could avoid the attention of my landlord by leaving at this time of day. He forgave me with a generous smile when I couldn't meet rent for 2 months, but his understanding of juvenility turned into clamorous demands once he noticed my overdue rent would continue to grow for another month or two. I could use some cash. I keep writing and erasing text messages. Living in a rural area, my parents don't know how pricey things are in the big city. They think I've taken the midnight shift to make myself some extra money, but they don't know how hard it is to cover the gas, water, and electric bills for my cramped lodging, on top of food, travel, and all the other little things. You're actually not making mac and cheese, just wanted to say that. Yeah. How could you, Flair? You gave us expectations and now you destroyed us all. They were reassured by their son that his academic excellence as the top of his class would put him and his family on the road to luxury. But they didn't know that I applied for a lesser university to secure scholarships. They don't know that I had to take a semester off to make a living, or that I was busy flying from table to table serving customers at a Burback restaurant, while others were busy flying in and out of the country, building international experience and studying abroad. I wanted to know where it all went wrong, but with everything taken together, there is only one conclusion to make. I was the only one who tried and failed to qualify for the jobs. It must it must have been my lack of effort that got me rejected. If only I'd slept just a little less than I did. If only I'd bought one fewer piece of clothing. If only I hadn't got my hands on different food because I got sick of instant ramen. If only I didn't have to study less and work more to make up for the hole it made in my balance. It, if only I didn't let temptation get the better of me. It's because I wasn't good enough. I wasn't trying hard enough. I stepped outside to get some fresh air and gazed at the sky. When I asked one time about what kind of person I desired to be as a kid during a job interview, I'd wanted to say I wished I could be rich enough to take a hot bath in winter. That was enough for me. The interviewer didn't seem to agree, though. I should get another job. I'll get up at 4 every morning. I run my fingers, looking up job openings on my phone. Looking for gym receptionist. My eyes caught a good enough offer. You can't find a part-time job that pays this much for these hours anywhere. I might even find time to study during the shift if I ask the owner nicely. I was immersed in such thoughts under the blazing sun. Yeah! I might have been too caught up in my thoughts to notice the terrified scream and people fleeing in chaos. I thought that the shadow cast over me was a cloud or something. It was a particularly large and dark shadow, but I didn't find it strange. When I looked up again, a plane came into my sight. It was flying far lower than usual. It looked as if it was about to plunge into the ground. Ah! I couldn't seem to recall the last time I saw that thing called an airplane fly above the city. More importantly, I can't tell for sure if I knew what an airplane was in the first place. Where am I anyway? What district of the city did I think I was in? A wave of nausea rises in me as the strangeness of myself existing in this foreign place, as if I always belonged there, here become apparent. But all the confusion is useless now. Wait a second, did he just imagine himself in Korea? Oh, hi, Carmen. Welcome, Carmen. Look, Carmen. Garnet is looking at himself in Korea. Yes, especially the ones from the early Doom games. Oh yeah, those shotguns are really cool. Melita Squire. Indeed. Watch as Carmen tells you to give a kiss to the tip of the shotgun. Ha! It'll be romantic. You just go ahead and... Try as I might, there is no way I can outrun that massive bird of steel. I can tell from this feeling, it's a race I'm doomed to lose, much like my struggle against poverty. In the end, I can't escape the explosion that the plane will cause crashing into the street. All because I was too slow. I was too incapable. I should have taken out life insurance. When I came home every winter, I would see my father's back as he carried the cauldron of water he boiled up with our barely functioning gas stove. That was the last image that flashed in my mind. In a blow of hot wind, everything went dark. Before I can realize it, my eyes come in contact with yet another eye, and the world shimmers once again. Low-key forgot Mark existed, and I'll be honest. I mean, yeah, he's an edgelord. He's dark and mysterious, Carmen, didn't you know? Mark, please consider deep-throating the shotgun. Carmen, don't say that. He might like it. He might actually enjoy it. A kiss, a distorted dream, ripples, ripples, a well, a stone, a stone. Oh, oh. I've met dark and mysterious people. He's the kid that tries to be them. True? Exactly. But Carmen, you will never get it. You don't understand. You will never get it. When is Queen gonna stream so I can be free from this idiot? Damn, I'm sorry, Hod. I know I'm not the best streamer in the world. I know, Hod, that I'm not the best streamer in the world. You have to put up with me for the time that your favorite streamer is not online. It's okay. No, manager, she means Mark. I know. But I had to do it. I had to do it. I know, Hod. I know. You're fine. Next up is a genuine article presented by Master Garnet himself. An orange gemstone processed out of carnelian subjects produced from an orphanage in District 22. A voice coming from the side opened my eyes. An orphanage? Carnelian was a shy kid who would only nod or shake heads instead of speaking up. But when we were alone, I was taught how to whistle with grace. I take a moment to examine myself. I'm wearing clothes only members of the ring wear. Next to me is an auctioneer, excitedly following raised hands and chanting bids. Boo! Ah! You scared me, V2. Also, welcome, V2. I am at a gallery's auction. There we have 3 million on. Aha, the gentleman over there put up 4 million. Yes, we're now at 5 million. Will anyone give me more? Bang. And there we have it, a deal at 5 million on. Congratulations. The strike of the gavel brought me back to reality. I could finally take a closer look at the item placed at the auctioneer's side. Your gems, and you must discover that you will possess unparalleled beauty if you keep cutting and polishing yourselves. I was reminded of the lesson my teacher would preach me time and time again. Teacher, have I been to a seminar at one of the galleries? The word should have been well known to me, but it's bothering that it occurs to me in an unfamiliar scene. That mattered little though, compared to this jewel before my eyes. So beautiful. Not you'd sorrow? Damn. The black rice lens? Damn. I'd solo. I'd solo. Hiya. Fuyo. How could you do this? The light's not good. The gemstone glistened with a brilliant red hue reminiscent of sunset. My eyes filled with ecstatic delight upon beholding its luster. The mystifying and magnificent color is exhibited only by trapping the rough gem in extreme heat and pressure until every aspect they possess has been compressed into a single point. I can picture the process vividly in my head. I can almost sense the aesthetics of cruelty at the center of this precious stone. I want to see more. What splendor will a gem of greater size show me now that I think about it? A friend by the name of Aqua had clear, blue eyes resembling an ocean, vibrant with life. If I can have a gem holding that color, if there's a way to make it. No. I shook my head in immediate denial of the thought I just had, but it was no use. There was no hiding that I considered how to process my friends into luxury items just seconds ago, as if I was willing to carry it out as soon as I had the method. That in turn makes me wonder how I came up with the idea of processing friends. Have I ever had a friend named Aqua? Before that, I can't be sure if I ever had friends at all. Nothing is clear. Am I suffering from some kind of hallucination? Blurry memories of unknown origins are trying to obstruct my vision and judgment. Huh. I could no longer find the reason for the tears that were flowing from my eyes. Of course. It would seem Master Garnet to have been touched by the recognition of the true value of his artwork. The auctioneer glamorized my tears as the sign of overflowing gratitude shed by a moved artist. As revolting as it is, I can't say that it's wrong. I adore this gem more than anyone, yet I loathed it at the same time. Why? Why? Why do I loathe this beautiful yet melancholic piece of work? Melancholic? What about this gem? What about this gem evokes such a feeling in me? Wasn't processing a friend the most rapturous part of making jewelry? No, that is no friend. It's a gem, an uncut gem. Why are these odd memories invading my mind? Keep it together, maestro. Before I knew it, the crowd murmurs applauds, and all the other noises tormenting my ears ceased. Eyes sent a piercing glare toward me from the cracked window, pointing hands extending from sleeves belonging to different clothes, and mouths moved in unison to speak one word. Garnet. I stumbled, trying to regain my balance. The lab was in my sight again. I felt as if only a fraction of a second had passed, but simultaneously I felt like I had just gone through multitudes of decades in different lives. The tubes have gone quiet. Not a voice is heard. I peek into the machines to find out the truth behind this stillness. Ah! Inside, I find friends wrapped in some sort of translucent membrane, twitching irregularly. They were curled up like fetuses waiting to be birthed anew, rejecting all interference, yearning to return to that primal state. Just as I was overcome with vertigo and sickness, the world shifted yet again. A foul performance relentlessly stabs me. Thousands of notes penetrate the body, echoing through the whole nest. All city dwellers stand in place, taking in the tidal waves of music. Oh my goodness gracious, what? Really? Really? That was one of them? That was Garnet of all people? It's the white noise. Burning anguish swells in my heart. It's too hot for me to try and hold it. What lies before my eyes is beyond all belief. It hurts to look. Perhaps this is the kind of occasion that brings a person to bloody tears. Why do I have to be robbed of my mundane happiness the instant I find it? Why was the Paysan I bought crispier than ever today? Sorry, Lapis. I was too late. I remember you saying that you were a fan of the street of music, so it'd be okay. This tragedy could have been avoided had I found a way for us to move into a nest. The piano had long since ceased, but its sound still stings me. Maybe the performance has never ended in my heart. I'm going to live the rest of my life in regret for this moment, staring at you in helplessness, having become part of the performance, drenched in notes of blood raining from above. The silence, this hell. My knees dropped to the ground, my legs fully bent. It didn't hurt. I am once again touching the cold floor of the laboratory. Dozens of worlds come crashing in, and then sweep away in waves in one instant. I was a fixer at Streetlight Office who had just lost his co-worker. In another, I was a director at Chi Association sending its fixers to doom. I was a poverty-stricken job seeker in an unrecognized metropolis. A maestro of the ring absorbed in beauty, a fixer who faced the tragic loss of his whole family. The despair all my selves carried was unbearably torturous, and I felt the urge to turn my eye away from everything and take refuge at the edge of the world. But that wasn't to be. There is still too much that remains for me to neglect and hide from. Even though the memories I experienced were harrowing, the pain I felt was proof of the love I've held. I see that even if all is fated to disappear without a trace one day, There are, there are so many things that shine while the moment is in your hands. That crossing this vast, harsh wilderness is not an insufferable task, thanks to the patches of flowers I find along the way. That was a scent my friends deserved to perceive. They were not meant to be forsaken to such fate in a place like this. Damn. My man is turning himself in everything at the same time. Splendid, simply splendid, Garnet. Your sanity is intact at such a high refraction rate. Oh! I heard Joom Soon's voice through the window. I must pull Mr. Strahd out of this chamber and put you in there. You were the brightest gem all along. That mesmerized look I'm sure I had at one point in one reflection is severely repulsive. The firebat is so cool. Shame it's a design from an early character. True. That is true. It is really cool, man. They should just keep this kind of design. They should keep it. It's really good. That was the most disgusting pair of eyes out of all those refracted that I saw over the window. I've seen many pitiable, desolate, and sorrowful eyes up to now. But that was the one I can't stand. Even a minute's brush of eye contact could engulf me in uncontrollable fury. The experimental data is almost complete. Just a tiny bit more and I can perfect it at last. The glass window. So remember, engrave those moments in my memory. My pain will be forged into a knife that will cut through your heart. My own guilt combined with the guilt pouring in from my friends laid inside the machines. When I find the determination to keep these feelings with me rather than try to shake them off, I realize now that although my body is in complete disorder, my mind is able to confront it directly. You. And now I declare, adjusting my halved, crumpled mask, feeling the silence that has shrouded me in darkness radiate outwards. You'll die by my hands in the most painful way imaginable. Damn. My man got angry. At least we got the Gundao from Shao later on. Love it when there's Chinese weapon in any piece of fiction. I do like Guandao, not gonna lie. It's one weapon that I wish I had continued to train in order to learn the form of Guandao. There was, I think, three or four forms with Guandao. There was one that was a Guan Yu form and like two other ones. But yeah. And we used to have continue to train. Manager is a Chinese sleeper agent confirmed. I used to train Kung Fu for 10 years. I trained 10 years of Kung Fu. And that was like almost 10 years ago. I learned quarterstaff. I learned swords. I learned the fortune. but I didn't learn spear, and I didn't learn the guandao. In Talk to What Civilization, no one does the vertical jump for the spit on that thing. It's best to keep safe and do the one block jump for the Talk to What. I don't know what he's talking about. I'll master the way of hose and pickaxe. Glory to... No, 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 no. You have to say it right. Heathcliff, you have to say it right. Glory to the CCP. That's how you say it. That is how you say it. How dare you? How dare you, Heathcliff? BBC? Nope. CCP. Like the British news? No. I just looked at the title of chapter 15, and it is called Half-Baked Furioso. Why? Oh man, it doesn't show here. Oh man, it's called Half-Baked Furioso. That is funny. Roland is still training his DMC combo. True. Roland is truly making school and teaching people. Half-baked Furioso. That is funny. Okay, how many pages? 19 pages. I literally can see it right here. Oh, my back. If thou shan't commit to act of Hoktua, then I shan't talk to her. Huh? Excuse me, I would like a medium rare Furioso and a cup of wine. I would like an on-point Furioso and a glass of beer. Cold beer. You're okay? You're not okay. You're the last thing. The last thing that you are, Mark, is okay. That is literally the last thing that you are. Is okay. Furioso Happy Meal that comes with one of 9 weapons and as toys. Ooh. That is legit. This is something that they should add on Hem Hem Pempeng. Huh? Watch it. See? Can you see the this is a vision. Heathcliff is a visionary. A visionary. Look at him. My man just discovered the formula of making Ham Ham Pampang the most lucrative business in the world. Collect all 9 to get brutally beaten to death by Roland. True. And then they hire a mercenary and cosplay him as Roland with a black mask. And there's the kid like, oh, I collected all 9 weapons. Thank you, kid. This is this, and that is that. And then they start beating the kid. Dish, 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 dish. This is Furioso. Collect my pages. Indeed. Book of Little Jimmy obtained. True. Ah, little Jimmy. Ah, little Jimmy. You were so right. You did all of that. You did all of that, little Jimmy. It was so much, little Jimmy. You did everything. Everything you could have done. And you did. Now it's time to collect your reward. Hey, oh. What kind of art are we talking about here? My man is really, he really went transformed. He transformed into everything. Flame bat. This is a cool art. Little Jimmy will call Roland the Roblox guy and immediately face consequences. Oh, you're Roland from Roblox. This is the stare that he would get. Exactly this one. Little Jimmy just like you. Little Jimmy is not a brain rot kid. Oh my goodness gracious, what? The black silence, rah. More like the half-baked silence. The kinda not too noisy. Pekatulum, yeah. Sang as looking face, yeah, exactly. You own a rainbow propeller hat. I don't even know what that is. Roland, I mean, little Jimmy, the black silence. True. I like the Pecatulum here, just coming out of existence from within the people. Some reindeer action here, some weird creature coming out here. I haven't bet on Heathcliff getting the Black Silence ID and its unique poise or charge. I believe it's going to be charge. If it is something, I believe it's going to be charge. Because you gotta charge to use Furioso. So it's gonna be charge and then his S3 is gonna change. Like you do 9 things or 9 attacks or something. I bet on outies or false getting the Gebra ID. I'm gonna tell that I bet that it might be Rhodian. It might be Rhodian to get Gebra ID. You need to specifically get your charge count to 9 and use the third skill for big damage. Oh yeah. Don Gebra ID? Down. It would never happen. It's easier to Don getting something like Tiferet. Doesn't she have Lantern though? Does she? I don't know. And plus the physique wouldn't match up. With who? With Rhodian? Or with Dawn? Oh, Dawn, Dawn. Yeah, Dawn. Yes. Yes. Rhodian is the one that would physically fit more. But we already have Ryoshu. I feel like Ryoshu is the most ideal for a Gebra ID. You mean Gebra? I think Wahlberg is ID separate to a specific Lob Corp and Library of Ruina. It's not. So far, all of them have been Lob Corp or Library of Ruina related, no? So far. So if you think about it, it might be it might work that way. We still need some stuff. They have a lot of stuff that they can do. LobCorp, for example, they can do a lot of stuff with the ego stuff, lobotomy ego. If only one Wahlberg is ID each sinner, they will run out of stuff quickly. Nah, I think they're gonna do with Cinclair having two Zwei. They pretty much show that they can do multiple in one sinner. So they might have more. Because how many ego weapons are there in Lobotomy Corporation? You guys that play that. How many are there? Do you guys know? How many ego weapons? Over 50 at least? There you go. We have over 50 weapons. We still have things that people talk about a lot, like the censored. The censored one, we have, I know there are ego weapons. Yeah. So we have 50 ego weapons to go through. And not only that, they don't even necessarily need to be IDs. They're going to be egos. Especially now that they said that they want to make more egos than IDs. So we're going to see a lot of egos from the stuff. They said they're going to make more egos than IDs. So we're going to see more and more. So we might see things like Big Bird as an ego. And everyone might, this is something that I don't understand. Why not give everyone, or at least half of the cast, an ego? For example, the Foul Bullet. My idea right now is that all sinners would have two Wahlberg's ID, which is one for LobCorp and one for Library of Arena. That could be good. Yeah. That could be good. But I think they're gonna focus more on the ego thing for a while. I can't comprehend Kim's great mind though. True. But we're gonna see slowly but surely, the stuff they're supposed to happen. It's gonna happen. It is going to happen. We like it or not. I know it's a bit kind of disheartening for people to see, but it's still a gacha game and it still needs to exist, and it's a live service, so they need to pay the bills. Also, if most of LobCorp Abno goes into ego, so much potential will be wasted. I mean, I'm shrugging right now. I'm raising my hands into the air. It is what it be. Because at the end of the day, they gonna have to make a choice and they will have to run with it. That is it. So they're going with the idea of making more egos. They're gonna have to go with it. I do like the idea of launching the mirror dungeon slowly so they can fix the bugs. That would be good. But they still need to go with it Whatever they choose, they're gonna have to go with it for a while until they can scrap it and, you know, do something new. Like I can predict White Knight would be an ego, but White Knight ID with a summoning allies function would be so cool. They showed that it is possible to have summon creatures or side characters, because we had Honglu's sister as a helper on Kanto 7, right? So we had a completely separate character that we didn't control. She had her skills, she had her animations, she had everything, but we couldn't control her, but she was there. So it is possible to have more than 6 people as we go. Right? So, Honlu's sister, Wild Hunt passive, which we can control, hopefully more soon. Wait, how Wild Hunt passive? You mean the one that he brings back the people? But Wild Hunt passive, he brings back the people. It wouldn't make sense if we couldn't control the people that we revived. Pardon me. I'd say it barely counts. Yeah, that one doesn't really count. It would be interesting, I would say, it would be interesting if Wild Hunt actually brought something like the ghosts of past characters, and those were the summons. All right, B. Be right back. Okay, take your time, V2. Ghost of Kathy for Uptype 5, for sure. Oh yeah. He summons, instead of summoning Dullahan, he summons Kathy. Damn! That would be funny. That would be funny. That would be very interesting. Riding Dullahan? Not riding Kathy. Yes. Yes. It's all he ever wanted was to ride Kathy. Not clear, but ride her. All he ever wanted. All he could never have. Spawn small Wild Hunt after riding Kathy for 3 turns. Yeah, that would be funny. A ghost spawn a shadow Heathcliff with a chibi Heathcliff with a small bat and a tiny voice. That would be goofy. She would be on cooldown for maturity leave. True. five turns, representing 5 months. All right, I gotta get out of here. Let me load this one up. That one. Command song. There we go. It's gonna be a short one today. But tomorrow we're gonna do more mirror dungeons. If everything goes well, we can do like 2. But we'll probably just do 1. It's 2 hours to do mirror dungeons for me. Chance to trigger period while riding, applying 99 bleed to self. Damn! Damn! That would be nasty. Nasty. Disgusting. Tomorrow we'll do more mirror dungeon runs and farm. Trying to go back to play with my mental sickness. Damn. Oops, not that one. No, it didn't disappear with the chat. Tomorrow more mirror dungeons. At Wednesday we're gonna do more mirror dungeons. We'll see how it goes. And then on Wednesday, on Thursday, we're gonna do the new mirror dungeon. And we'll see how it goes. Because it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be painful. I'm sure of it. But it'll be fine. So have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon. And I will see you guys on the next one. We're turning on the viewer magnet with MD. I doubt it. I doubt it, but it is what it be. See ya!